Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Casts, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 114. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? With the release of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. I didn't have time to watch that one. We close out the second quarter of 2023. A lot of good movies come out in the last 3 months. Air, Super Mario Brothers, Renfield came out. For y'all heathens, y'all got an Evil Dead movie. We got Peter Pan and Wendy on Disney Plus. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Robert Rodriguez dropped a horrible movie with Ben Affleck, Hypnotic. Old Ladies got the Book Club sequel. We got Fast X. The White Man Can't Jump remake came out on Hulu. A basketball movie called White Man Can't Jump that has nothing to do with the original White Man Can't Jump came out on Hulu. Because that shit was not good. The Little Mermaid reimagining came out. I feel like it had some kind of competition the weekend of Memorial Day, and none of it came to my theater, so I don't remember what it was. But then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse came out. We got Transformers Rise of the Beast, Elemental from Pixar, The Flash, No Hard Feelings, Wes Anderson dropped Asteroid City. And then, as I said, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. It was a legitimately good month. This has been a legitimately good year in cinema. I haven't willingly given my time to watch too many bad movies this year. Y'all know how I do. I want to give some shine to movies that may or may not make my end of the year top 10 in December. So, 3-1. Let's just jump right in. Number 3, my third favorite movie of the last 3 months was Elemental. From its popularity on Letterboxd, from its box office take, it seems like not a lot of people are going to watch this movie. I implore you, this is not Inside Out with elements. However it may look, it's just not. It's kind of educational, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the characters are obviously made of fire, water, land, air. And the whole thing, the main character is a fire girl whose parents tell her elements cannot mix. But then you obviously have to see what happens when they do. And it teaches, I'm just telling you, it teaches kids about these different elements. If you like puns like I do, they will you will bust a gut laughing at this movie. It's hilarious. It's emotional. It's so emotional. And it gets deep when it needs to. It's funny when it needs to. You're pulling for these characters. Opposite genetic makeup, opposite personalities, opposite where they're from, tax brackets or whatever. It's just so good. To me, Pixar dropped another classic. At number 2, which was number 1, and going into my number 1, I was just like, dude, there's no way this movie's gonna be better than what I have at number 1. And it just was. But my number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. James Gunn dropped arguably the perfect trilogy. This is the perfect send-off for his Guardians of the Galaxy. I have no idea if we'll get more. I don't know if Disney or Marvel, I don't know if Kevin Feige wants a Volume 4. But just, we got the Christmas special back in November. That ties into this. Star-Lord Peter Quill is feeling some kind of way. The team gets attacked. And they have to right that wrong. They have to right that wrong. Chukwudi Iwuji as the High Evolutionary gives one of the best performances of this year. Like, again, this movie's hilarious. This movie's emotional. It's just so good. Like, it's the perfect send-off for all these characters. I'm sure we'll see more in the MCU down the road. But it's just also, like, the character that gets put front and center at the forefront. It's like, I'm telling, like, my eyes were welling up immediately. As soon as this movie started, I got emotional. I felt myself getting emotional. Yeah, like, as much, I never thought, like, we'd have a better trilogy than Captain America in the MCU, but we do. I'm sorry, we just do. I love all three of these movies. I like, it hurt. It kind of hurts that this isn't my favorite movie all year, because it was my most anticipated movie all year. Going into my number one, like, I don't regret it, because my number one is so brilliant. My number one, my favorite movie of this quarter, and I don't want to like put it into existence yet, because we still got 6 more months of movie watching. But don't be surprised if this is my favorite movie of the year in December. My favorite movie of the second quarter this year is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's like I be telling people, like, this movie doesn't do world building. This movie does universe building. You get Miles Morales. We learn how long he's been Spider-Man doing this thing. You, like, again, like, all three of these movies are so emotional, so visually beautiful. All three of these movies are breathtaking, a treat for the eyes, emotional, funny, just cool to watch. You get countless new Spider characters. You get Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, is like the head of the Spider Society. But you learn about his character, and he just is a little different from the rest of these characters. That's why he's more, like, serious. And then Jason Schwartzman, somebody who, like, I would never imagine I would, like, say their name in correlation with a comic book movie, is amazing as the Spot, as the villain, as the reason why these events even got set into motion. Spider-Gwen has so many cool scenes. Jake Johnson is just, like, perfect as, like, not really slacker, but just the old head in the room. Peter B. Parker, like a couple of the favorites from the last movie are here. You get so many new characters, like Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider is in this, and, like, I've always thought he was a dope Spider-Man, basically just because he wears a hoodie with a spider logo over his spider suit. You know what I'm saying? He's not naked with a hoodie on. Jessica Drew, Issa Rae was dope. Just the possibilities for what they could do for the third movie just have me so giddy. That's my 3. What 3 movies did you like the most over these last 3 months, man? I'm curious to know. July, August, September is coming. We got Joyride, we got Mission Impossible, we got Barbie, we got Oppenheimer, Haunted Mansion, The Meg 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Blue Beetle, Gran Turismo, Equalizer 3, Expendables 4, A Haunting in Venice, Bottoms. A lot of interesting movies over these next 3 months. So I'm ready to see all of those, man. Recent reviews: Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, No Hard Feelings, The Flash, Elemental, upcoming Joyride, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. I hope they don't pull an Infinity War Part 2 and rename Dead Reckoning Part 2. I also hope that movie makes it to its release date next year. But that's another conversation. Rec League Podcast, episode 114. We did spoiler discussion on The Flash. Check all of that out, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.